Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of
Cause you don't know football.
Today I am enjoying this very good whiskey as we talk football.
Uncle Nearest, right? This is a repeat on this show.
Uncle Nearest has made an appearance on the show before. He has. All right, so Timmy, what we got today? What are we talking about?
Well, we have a few things we want to talk about. Season starts in Thursday. 4 days.
Oh, Thursday. Listen,
4 days.
We made it. We made it through the cold winter of not having football.
Oh my God.
Even if that was the summer
We had
too.
college football this weekend. It was just a ton of blowouts. Pretty cool game. Who was it? FTSA and Houston. Was it Houston played last night? That like 3 overtimes, which was pretty wild.
That's wild.
That was
Ohio
pretty
State
wild.
blew out. They blew out Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, they put the hurting on them.
Yeah. I mean, it was close for a while.
Oregon got the beating put on them. Alabama put the hurting on someone else. Yeah, it was, it's early for college football. And
It happens.
I know we're here to talk about the NFL,
But
today we're going to...
I'm happy to talk about football.
Just football in general.
Okay.
No, we've been trying to do that all summer. But yeah, today we're going to talk about the way too early conference title.
Way too. Listen, that's the
the
name of this episode. Way too early.
We're going to talk about how the Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl and the Indianapolis Colts do not. And a couple other things there. So we'll, MVPs,
that was
defensive players.
That's real disrespectful what you did there. Yes. Today we got you with. These things probably won't be right, but we're saying it anyway. The way too early. We're giving you MVP. We're giving you Defensive Player of the Year. We're giving you Super Bowl conference title, and we're giving you Super Bowl already. Just so I can further my argument that Timmy don't know nothing about football. You know?
Oh man, we're going to proving you wrong all summer. Going to prove you wrong through this season. So.
Okay.
We're going to start with conference winners. I guess.
So we're going to start with the conference, the AFC conference championship, and also the NFC conference championship game. We're going to go there, and we'll move on to the Super Bowl. But let's start right there. Okay, so let's start with the let's do AFC.
All right. Yeah.
Who's in the AFC conference title game?
So in the game actually makes it into the game. It's very interesting too, because we should have pulled out our picks from last week or last time we spoke on who wins divisions, who makes the wild card, because I think part of it too would be seeding, right, and where individuals and teams end up. I personally think the Buffalo Bills are going to be one of the top 2 seeds, and I also think that you're going to have in the top 2 seeds. I kind of know where you're going to go with this. So I think where you're going to go with this, but I think Kansas City or LA Chargers are going to be in the top 2 seeds, or top 3 seeds, right? So that'll round out your top 3 seeds of the AFC playoffs, and I think 2 of them get to that AFC championship, right? I'm personally going to go with the Buffalo Bills. I don't know. I mean, they look good. They were good last year. We'll see where they end up, right? I think that's going to be one of the favorites. Looking at some of the sporting sites, that they are the favorites. But I'm going to go probably throw a little. I know Patrick Mahomes is my man. I've talked very highly of him, but I think it's going to be the Chargers that get there with the Bills this year. So that'll be the 2 that get into.
You putting a lot on. You put a lot on Justin Herbert, huh?
I'm thinking, you know what? I mean, I've gone back and forth, and I know we ranked him last year, but thinking about it more, I think Herbert might be able to get there. We talked about how he has to have that season, right? He has to have that season.
Okay.
I think he's going to get there, and it hurts me too, because I was thinking, I really like Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals to have another run, but it's really difficult. We'll see if that happens. So I haven't given you my winner yet. We'll do that for the Super Bowl pick. But what do you think there?
Just love you an overachiever, don't you? So for me, Buffalo, they're gonna be there. That's like, who thinks Buffalo's not going to the conference title game, to the AFC Championship game? They're going.
Yeah, I mean.
So you got Buffalo, and then I think who they're gonna play is the Denver Broncos.
I knew you were going there.
Did you felt it? Listen, I am high on Denver.
Hype and Russ. I will say, in my draft, fantasy football draft last night, I picked Jerry Jeudy way too early, purely with your voice in the back of my head that Russ Wilson is going to have himself a year, and if he has himself a year, Jerry Judy's got to have himself a year, right?
Yeah, he's
him or Cortland Sutton.
So you might have picked the wrong one, but
Cortland Sutton went off the board right before me, right before I picked. So they went back to back. So I agree, they're going to be. We'll see. So, all right, so you got the Bills and the Broncos. Should we give our winners? The winner of that game?
Yes.
All right, who do you got?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. All right, I concur. I think we talked about this time and time again on this show, but if I have to look at quarterbacks matchups when it comes to a game, if you're in the AFC Championship, you're almost certainly looking at the better quarterback. And while of course I understand defense, offense wins games and quarterback or defense wins championships, I think I'd have to go Bills as well. So we'll both consensus Bills will make the Super Bowl in the AFC. How about your NFC? And if you say the Indianapolis Colts,
well, they play in the AFC.
They play in the AFC.
But they still might do it, even knowing over there, we are coming, baby.
Man, I have not had enough of the Uncle Nearest yet to be saying that. Sorry about that, sir.
So in the NFC, I think we're gonna get some repeat of what we've been given, and I think it's gonna be. I really do think. I think it's gonna be Tampa Bay, and I think it's gonna be Green Bay.
Oh man, really? You think Green Bay is gonna get there?
So once again, I did not pick them to win their division.
But you think they're gonna get
So me and Timmy were looking at something online, and their odds to win the Super Bowl were like the third highest. And I'm like, well, what is it? Like, what are they looking at? So here's my thing. I like teams in which there's a really good quarterback and there's a really strong run game and there's a really strong defense and the wide receivers are not top flight wide receivers.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Aaron Rodgers might have choked once or twice even with Devontae Adams. However, when you spread the ball around and things like that, I think more happens with that. So that was actually pretty shocking to me, and if they think that is that high, I think I might listen to that.
I shocked by that. As far as Green Bay making that, we've been, I think, ragging on their wide receiver crew for quite some time here. We'll see if that's enough, running back, and then a solid defense, solid enough defense will get them there. You know what? I've talked about this quarterback thing all the time, and I'm always high on Tampa Bay. I'm debating, and I'm still up in the air on this. I think the Rams get back. I think they're gonna have the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I do want to know. I do want to know. As quietly as I slipped that in there, I don't think the Rams are going back to the conference.
Yeah. Well, clearly, I think they'll get back there. I mean, I think Sean McVay and Matt Stafford hook up. He's been to the Super Bowl, 2 or 3 times with 2 quarterbacks in the last 3 years, right? He went with Jared Goff.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
that's that.
And he said Goff is not going to win me a Super Bowl. You're gone after 2 years, and picked up Stafford and won it. So I think McVay is going to be a coach we're going to see for a long time. So I'm going to go back with the Rams. And as much as I want to say the Cowboys, I don't know if I can do it. I think I'm going to go Tampa Bay as well. So, again, it's one of those. I think it's more of that just Tom Brady. Who'd they just pick up to? Didn't they just add another weapon down there?
Yeah, Justin Gage.
Yeah.
From Atlanta.
Yeah. So, he has way too many people to throw to. He just knows how to win. So, getting to the conference championship, right. I mean, he's done it for like 27 years in a row. So, getting to the conference championship, I think he will do it again. But as far as winning, I think the Rams win. Rams, Buffalo, Bills, champion. I don't know how I feel about that. Where is the Super Bowl this year?
That I don't know. That's a really good question. That's a good question. Give us 1 second, people. We're going to look up where the Super Bowl is.
We should know this stuff, too.
I don't care where it's played.
Looks like it's Glendale. It's
Arizona?
Yep.
Okay. So it's in Arizona. So I didn't pick who I thought was going to win. So
you got Tampa Bay and then you got Green Bay. Who do you think wins that?
I'm rolling with Tampa Bay on that
Rolling
one.
with Tampa Bay.
I'm rolling with Tampa Bay.
All right, so we'll just parlay that into does Tom Brady get another world championship? Are you going to take him over Josh Allen, or can Josh Allen do it?
So, I want to give a little caveat. So, they have a statistic that basically says if a quarterback is making more than 12%, so if they're making 13% of the team's salary, that none of those quarterbacks won the Super Bowl. So, we're talking about quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl, they've made 12% or less of the team's salary. Tom Brady is actually making this year, he's making 12% of...
Exactly
12% of Tampa Bay's salary, where Josh Allen is making 18%.
18. Oh, wow.
And I'm going to basically use that to basically say, yeah, I think Tom gets another ring, man.
I like the logic.
I think Tom Brady.
Is this a Moneyball stat though?
Yo, this is a real thing. This is a real thing.
I know what you're saying. But you know those Moneyball stats where you can, buy wins, doesn't matter. Just buy, or buy bargain wins and stuff that.
Hey man, don't underestimate that kind of stuff.
I want to know where you even find that.
Don't underestimate that kind of stuff.
On your ESPN feed, DraftKings feed. All right, so you're saying Tom gets...
And first of all, I'm gonna take a bow for that. Okay, that's something that doesn't come on ESPN at all.
I think we've talked about that before. It's a very interesting stat. I would be curious on what Tom Brady's earning percentage was in each of his Super Bowl wins. It has to be low.
I think, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, someone that made 13%. It happened one time, and I think that was Tom Brady. Like out of the history of the NFL, like it happened like one time, and I'm pretty sure whatever that answer to this person did make the most, and won a Super Bowl, it was Tom Brady. So, but it was like he was like at like 13%. But yeah, man.
I think the Rams repeat. When's the last time we saw a repeat? Was it Tom Brady?
Yes.
Not even because I like the Rams, but
you just think they're just more talented.
I think McVay. There's probably something glaring I'm missing that's going to change.
So I have a question for you. So if they repeat, how they came into LA and how they are in like that major market and how they've taken, had a whole new strategy to how they're going to build a Super Bowl team. If they repeat, are they America's team now?
No. Cowboys are America's team forever.
You like how I wrote that in there?
You can't be America's team.
Why?
Because first of all, zero team in the Los Angeles area outside of the LA Lakers will ever control that market. It's impossible. Impossible. I lived in that area for a few years. Nobody cares about sports other than the Lakers. And if you are a Clippers fan or you're a Rams fan or you're a USC fan, no one cares. You're like the only ones that care about that. The Lakers have a draw from that entire area. Everyone can get together for them. Everyone else is like, it is what it is. The Rams would have to win 17 straight Super Bowls. And I made up that number. But it's like maybe 72 straight Super Bowls to take over and be America's team. So you cannot be America's team, even if you repeat in the NFL World Championship, because the Cowboys are America's team, and they'll always be. I told you I'm going to the stadium this year.
Tell people about it.
I'm going to the stadium December 24th, Christmas Eve, to see them whoop up on the Eagles in Week 16.
America, listen, we're going to throw parties. We're going to have an event. It's going to be a whole thing. Timmy's going to be in Dallas.
It's going to be in Dallas.
In Big D.
In the Big D.
However, I think Timmy, he kind of stumbled over something real quick. And if Timmy is right, I just want you to know this is the start of thousands, and I do mean thousands of times, of me saying there's a new America's team because America wins.
Oh, there we go.
God bless America.
God bless America. We need a little Captain America.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you have the Bills. Is that what you said? No, you said the Bucks. You said you have
I
the
got
Bucks
the Bucks
taking it. I have the Bucks losing to Matthew Stafford. That'd be wild. He's been doing a lot of commercials.
No, you have them. You have them losing to beating the Bills.
So, I'm forgetting this shit already. Yes.
So, don't worry. I got this. I got you.
We're writing this down.
Brother, I got you. Brother, I got you.
All right. Let's move on to our consensus pick for the MVP.
But hold on. So just in conclusion, Timmy has the Super Bowl being the Bills against the Rams and the Rams winning. And I have the Super Bowl being the Bills against Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay winning. So either way, we think the winner is going to be the NFC.
So we're basically both putting the Buffalo Bills back into what, like the early 90s when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls.
That's sad. I didn't know I was doing that. I'm sorry. Like, listen,
Jim Kelly era.
to our fans in Buffalo, I'm sorry for bringing up bad memories.
I feel like that city needs one. I'm not changing my pick, but
you got to pay Josh Allen a little less. That's what I think.
18%.
Okay. So we're gonna say no, I don't want to do MVP first. I want to do defensive MVP, defensive player of the year first.
Defensive player of the year. All right, let's go. Let's hear it.
So
I already mentioned mine.
So I feel
bad man himself. He
know where you're going with this.
He does drills with knives in people's hands.
I know where you're going with this. So I had 2 people that I was like, all right, I really do think, and for different reasons. One person, pretty easy to say, is Aaron Donald. That's somebody who I think is like absolutely could be the defensive player of the year. The other person that I thought, and it hasn't been a safety win the defensive player of the year in a long time. I really do think Derwin James can win Defensive Player of the Year, especially having, he showed such, he was just better. And then he got hurt all the times, and I think he's ready to show the league, listen, I am him. You know?
Yeah.
But if I'm a place of, if I was to put money where my mouth was, I would say I'm voting Aaron Donald for Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, there you go. You talk the safeties up, and then you go back to the defensive ends.
When's the last time a safety? Listen, I think Derwin James is that good.
To your point, looking at DraftKings, here are the top 6. Oh, excuse me. Let's go top 8 picks: Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Michael Parsons, Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, Max Crosby, Khalil Mack. What is that? 6? Is that 6? 5? Mm-hmm. Defensive linemen / ends, rush ends, in your top 8. So, to your point, it's the defensive end, rush end, rush, not tackle, but mostly inside
right. It's
lineman,
been
lineman.
always been. If you can get to the passer, you're that too.
You know why it is? Because who's all of the offensive players of the year, mostly quarterbacks. It's the same.
You know what it is? We're out of the era now where we grew up and we're actually a little spoiled because we had Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed, and Charles Woodson. We watched them all the time. Mm-hmm. And I'm actually pretty biased. I'm like, you need a safety. You know? So I think a safety.
The challenge with the safety, right? And while it's absolutely possible, we've seen it happen, just don't throw to them. Just literally throw the ball somewhere else. You can take them out of the game. Now, that's good. That's probably what they want as a defense, right? Whoever is being their main wide receiver is probably being not thrown too much at all. Mm-hmm. But if you can exploit other areas of the field, if you're just trying to drop back and Aaron Donald is running at you, fuck.
Right.
Max Crosby's running at you. What do you do?
Yeah,
good luck, Tom Brady. You going to just keep running? He ain't moving anywhere.
No, but I like safeties.
I agree. It's a consensus, though. We're going defensive player of the year. I go Aaron Donald as well. He's an absolute freak. You know what's surprising, though, looking at these odds, and while they're semi-close, Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt are number 1 in DraftKings odds, tied for the defensive players of the year.
Yeah, I don't like Myles Garrett only because their team's not going to win enough games.
That's the challenge, right? He might be great, but at some point you start looking at yeah, he could have been. He's great on a team that's not good. Does that matter? Does anyone care?
Right, exactly. So that's why I don't like that. I don't like that
And
one.
even T.J. Watt, like, probably going to be great, but who cares?
Which leaves us at Aaron Donald. It's not the sexiest pick because it's like already duh,
Yeah.
but whatever.
He is a freak, though. You ever see him do those drills where, like, his defensive line coach, like, holds a knife and he's or something like that?
Right. So
It's like swatting hands away. That's too much.
they were talking about Aaron Donald one time, or Aaron Donald was talking. Basically, he's so good that teams have to basically say, all right, we're gonna like double him or triple him every play. So when like any like time that he is singled up, like he lets everybody else know, like basically like gives like a signal to basically say,
Yeah.
this is gonna be quick.
Yeah.
Like they're like corners, like get the word to the corners,
Yeah.
jump the route. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I've look, I've playing college football. We never played against people like this, but we played some very good All-Americans in D3, for our league, and you have to game plan for them. Like you are game planning for a defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Like this guy is super fast or strong or can do this, and you watch enough film on him, you know what his techniques are, and you're like, and as an offensive lineman, you're like, oh, you're going into that game like I'm going to whoop your ass, and then you meet someone that just is like,
no, you're
gonna
not.
force that Aaron Donald. It's
No, you're
like
Yeah.
at some point you realize
Your coach made you feel real confident. Didn't
yeah,
he?
you realize he was superior.
Your coach, boy, he made you feel great. This is gonna be.
It was
sad.
great on Thursday, and then
I don't even want to
Sunday
take
got
your joy.
around.
I don't even want to take your joy away.
you got thrown.
This is. I like.
a
I like.
grown ass 340-pound man getting thrown around by Aaron Donald. So
Yeah. So that's fine.
so we got defensive player of the year in the books. Where are we going next?
We are going with the MVP.
The MVP on the Super Bowl losing team. Are we saying it?
We stopped at the same time.
Is it the consensus?
All right, so let's do this. Let's make a caveat. Because I don't know. If it's a consensus, let's just pick a second one.
Can we also pick a second one that is not quarterback?
Ooh.
Too much for you?
You know the MVP is going to be a quarterback.
Well, I am looking at this, and the first 12 of them are quarterbacks. Like
You
literally,
know, like,
Trey
you know.
Lance is in the top 10 for projected MVPs.
Yeah, so I'd rather say no to that only because whoever I would pick. All right, so how about this? If it's a consensus, we'll pick a second who like legitimately could do it, and then we'll say who actually.
All right.
We like as like that actually is the best player. I guess that would be offensive player of the year, huh?
Yeah, potentially. If they're not a quarterback, they'll be offensive player of the year. I agree with that. All right, cool. I think just MVP, my initial gut reaction, especially if he takes them to a Super Bowl, and I know that's not supposed to count, Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's a consensus. I think he's gonna be the MVP too.
All right, so who's the second quarterback that you think is going to
Yeah. All right.
We'll basically just guess who our offensive player of the year is.
So I actually have like three.
There's so many options.
Yeah, I have like three, but if I'm just going to single one out, I would probably say I'm going to go Joe Burrow.
Wow.
I'm going Joe Burrow.
All right, tell me why. Why we got it?
So I think Joe Burrow is the catalyst, and I'm very impressed. Like, I mean, I feel as though like he's the kind of guy. He last year he defied what it is to like beat a team to. What's the word I'm looking for? He defied like tendencies or like history. So he won like 2 playoff games in which he got sacked like 8 times. And you're not like, if the point is to beat a team, they say get to the quarterback, hit the quarterback, make it. You know what I mean? That's how you beat. That's how you disrupt everything. That didn't work against him, and I think what he's able to do, I just think he's a bad motherfucker. You know,
he is a bad man, and he's
bad
just a
motherfucker.
winner.
Yeah,
He's a winner, which is wild.
And I actually, like I said, I've said it time and time again. I like people call him cocky, and I'm like, I like his swagger, his cockiness, his confidence is what I would call it. Like I'm like, I really do like Joe Burrow.
I had a few picks for this, definitely quarterback wise. I mean, it's very easy to like Joe Burrow's there. You picked him, that's fine. Patrick Mahomes again could. Crazy. Justin Herbert, Tom Brady could win another one. You know where I'm going to go?
Oh, you're not going to go Justin Herbert?
No.
I would have guessed that Justin Herbert was going to be the name out.
Just because he, makes conference championship doesn't mean. You know where I'm going to go? And this is more of just a long Hail Mary.
Talk to me.
Kind of because I want to see it. It's almost like when I wanted to see the 19-0 New England Patriots.
You wanted to see that?
Yeah.
The audacity out there, you.
Could you ever, we never saw an undefeated team. Like, we weren't alive.
Who wants to see New England?
You know where I'm going to go with this? And this is the history within this team and organization. Aaron Rodgers 3-peats. I just looked it up. Brett Favre won it 3 times in a row from 95 to 97.
Did he?
That's what Wikipedia says.
Okay. I didn't know he did it 3 straight years. I didn't know Brett did it 3 straight years.
Peyton won it 4 times with the Colts,
but not 4 straight years.
No. But he, with the Colts and then the Broncos, Peyton's the only one to do it with 2 teams. But if Aaron did it 3 times in a row, right? He's a 2-time MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Does it 3 times in a row? I mean, he's already got his legacy, but how cool
That's crazy. That would be pretty cool.
I mean, if he makes, you just said he's going to make the conference championship. If he does that with his team, he's definitely the MVP again.
Well, okay, so I don't think they're going to win their division. So I think their record is going to be lower. I think they got to figure some stuff out. I just think if it catches fire, like they could.
Sure. I'm still going with that. Maybe I'll put a bet on that too.
Okay.
We got Aaron Rodgers plus 1,000. I mean, he's top 5 in the MVP hunt. How do you knock the man out?
Okay.
All right, so since we have 2 quarterbacks, both of us, 4 quarterbacks we just picked, who would you actually have as your...
Like the offensive player of the year, like basically. The best player? You go first. I'm still thinking.
I think this is going to be a crazy one, too. Let me see where he's at on this one.
You know what? I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Let's hear it.
Jonathan Taylor.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus,
you listen to me. That man right there, you leave him alone, okay? You stay out of his way. Jonathan Taylor. Offensive player of the year.
I don't even know why I was surprised by that.
Don't you look at me like that either. Okay?
What a homer. What a homer.
Ooh.
Going with Justin Jefferson.
Ooh, Jettas.
Let's see it. What a stud.
Jettas.
What an absolute stud he's been. I really hope he has another great year. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think you have Minnesota winning that division, right?
I do have Minnesota win that division.
Kirk Cousins can bring it.
Yes, I do have Minnesota winning that division.
I am not trying to give you any props there other than yeah.
You don't have to be like this, Timmy. I want you to know. You do not have to be like this. So I think that's what we got for this week. I think we covered everything. I think
4 days.
Listen, I think we're ready to take on what we need to take on.
You know who we got in that first game?
Who we got? Oh, Buffalo and Rams. I didn't even need that. Who you got? So who you got that game?
Oh, man, on a Thursday night game, it's in Los Angeles. I'm going with the Super Bowl champs. Go the Rams. It's home. It's a lot. Buffalo's got to travel out there. The Rams are at home.
Listen.
Listen. I think in the end, I think Buffalo Bills probably have a better win-loss record throughout the year. But traveling and not being at home in the NFL is a big thing. But it is week 1, so who the hell knows?
Okay, and with that said, I'm going Buffalo.
Of course
Let's go, Buffalo. Yo, Josh Allen, let's go, baby.
Aaron Donald's going to put a hurting on him.
No, he's not. Okay, they're going to quadruple team him, okay? Just 4 of the 5 offensive linemen, Aaron Donald.
Money. That's it. We got our way too early everything in today. By week 3, it'll all be different.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yes.
Do this again in 4 weeks.
All right, cool. So keep it with us. Please like, subscribe, everything. Give us comments too. We need feedback. You know, we need to know what we should be saying, or what you want to hear about. We need you to let us know what we should give you. That was a mature answer right there.
I like it.
That was maturity.
That's why we keep you on the show. For the maturity.
And with that said, I'm Tariq.
Panda. Let's go.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby.